We are celebrating today 1 year of Dream BBQ. Let me see if anyone's in chat yet. Not yet. Alright. So far there's... Alright, someone showed up. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for people to show up to the stream before I begin talking. I have a lot of fun plans for this stream. Hello! I don't know how to pronounce your name. And hello, Avelina. Wait, just to verify, it's okay if I call you Avelina here, right? Wait, my phone's running low on battery. Crap. Let me see if I can get one of my parents to bring me a phone charger. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure. I'll wait like another minute or so for more people to show up, and then I will explain the plan for today. In the meantime, I should decide which of these saves I'm gonna overwrite. Probably this one, since it had the highest time. And also, it was the first save, which you can see was exactly 1 year ago today. And hopefully this time it'll... I still don't know what that does. Anyway, hopefully this time I'll have more fun than I did the first time. I played the game about 2 weeks ago and had a lot more fun than I did initially, which I think is probably due to me being in a much better place mentally. So hopefully I'll have fun today too. Anyway, I guess I'll get into the goals for today. I'm gonna be doing the purge route, and this time I'm gonna make sure that I'm doing the purge route and don't accidentally go on the ascension route like last time, because ascension route is agony. Now, I had a specific plan for today to kind of do some achievement hunting. So on my phone, I pulled up an achievement guide, and I'm not gonna get all of the achievements, but I want to get a good bunch, like maybe 3 or 4. And then that'll also allow me to explore new parts of the game. And the last thing I want to cover before I get into this is, since this is a very special day, the first anniversary, I brought my BBQ ENA plushie here. She is here. ENA, is there anything you would like to say to the viewers? Here, you can speak into the microphone.
You know what they say. Business is like a meal. You don't enjoy it until after you eat it.
Well, there you have it. And hello, Moth Exit. I was thinking it would be fun if you all could use the plushie sort of like a magic 8-ball. Salutations, Daisy. So by that I mean, if you have any questions throughout the stream, maybe you can ask ENA a question, and then I'll hold the plushie up to the microphone and see, which response comes out. Alright. So, without further ado, Z for reset mode. Yes. Here we go! Happy anniversary! Alright. So the first achievement that I want to get is actually already in the opening area.
何してるんだ。さあ来い。その目を労働に向ける時が来た。
You know, the more I see it and think about it, the more I realize that Froggy does sound like a boss. Like, what do you mean Froggy's telling ENA to get back to work? You know what I mean? That's kind of sus. Maybe Froggy is the boss. Alright. So, the first achievement, apparently, we have to go past the bed. Let me read it. I can't believe it's already been a year since the game's release. I know, right? So, it says here, don't interact with the bed. Make sure the bed's pillow is in front of you. And walk in that direction diagonally through a gap in the row of buildings ahead. So this way. Then, instead of cutting through the next row, go to the building on the left of that second gap. You can jump and then crouch to get inside. And then interact a mysterious productivity ritual known as the nap. And there we go. I got an achievement for that. Alright, let's start the game. I do think naps are helpful, though, because if you get burnt out, then your productivity will go to 0. So I think if you're tired, you should nap. Yeah, it would be cliche. It could be red herrings. Like, there are also, like, a lot of red herrings for ENA being a species, but I know that that's not gonna turn out to be the case. So, we'll see what Joel has cooked up, or should I say barbecued up. Alright, here we go! Opening cutscene time!
Hope you don't mind, but could you tell me?
Where the hell is the boss?
Here we go. If Froggy isn't the boss, he's probably the manager. Good point, Avelina. That would make a lot of sense. Like, maybe Froggy is the manager of the hub. That would actually make a lot of sense. That's gonna be, like, my theory slash headcanon for now. That he's not actually the boss, but he's a manager, and it's like a red herring.
What are our business struggles today? Let me help you invest in your future.
No! Just tell me about this dumb job already!
仕事に積極的なのか。そりゃいい心がけだ。いや、そうだな。よく聞いてくれ。時間はだいぶかかったが、このおしゃべりがなんとかボスの居場所を突き止めた。だが一つ問題があるとすれば、お前は遅すぎた。今からそこに滅びた身の始末に行こうにも、もう俺たちには時間が残されてないんだ。
Huh, seems I am out of the loop. Shall
Oh,
we review
she's
the
so
job
cute.
description?
まあ、あんたのその変な言葉遣いで言うと
That's
すれば
low-key smart? Yeah, that's like... I think that's probably more likely than Froggy being the boss. Because I do think like Dune Dude
Understood.
said in the
Aim
last
for the
stream
target.
barbecue stream.
そう
Like, that would be too cliche for Joel.
これ誰だ
And then
タバコ吸って
I've also noticed that Joel has put red herrings in through the whole multiple ENA thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if these are red herrings and Froggy is actually just the manager and there's someone above
Let's
Froggy.
arrange our next ambush at the scene. Could you point out the boss's location?
I like when she looks over her shoulder like that.
こっちに来い見ろあの島が見えるかボスはどうやらあそこに住んでる
Here
らし
we
い
go again.
だがまずはこの
Deja
スモークを消し去る
vu.
ことが先かもなで取引成立か
ENA's so handsome. She is. Here we are. Dream
あ
barbecue.
んたは元いた場所に戻れそして受付を見つけるんだどうすれば灰をパンクさせずにボスの元にたどり着けるのかを必ず聞くんだ
That is most categorically doable.
Alright. So, just like 2 weeks ago, I already checked like all the extra dialogue here, so I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go right to the receptionist, because I just talked to everyone and heard all their dialogue like literally 2 weeks ago. This time I'm gonna focus more on just the achievement hunting. And the second achievement is gonna be in this area. And it's actually pretty simple. Although with some of the more complicated achievements, like the one with the napping mannequin that I got at the beginning, I really do wonder how people discovered that. Like, did they really just wander around the map looking for stuff? Or did they, like, look into... Like, did they use a hack or something? Because, like, how on earth do you find that on your own? The instructions were to get to it were so drawn out and specific. Like, how does one just find that? Anyway,
At an okay time?
we gotta talk to this bitch.
Sortez la pauvreté. Allez manger des plats surgelés, sale limace à col rose.
I'm afraid that the smoke here is polluting our lungs.
Let's cut the crap. Yes, we'll get rid of it for us so I can deal with the man in charge.
Yay!
J'espère que vous racontez des conneries de prolétaires.
I'm still so curious about what
Le boss n'est même pas
the
encore
boss isn't even
là.
born
D'ailleurs,
yet
Ce
means.
n'est pas de mon ressort de donner de tels ordres. Maintenant, revenez quand vous serez plus riche. Misérables mendiantes pouilleuses démunies sans un sou et fauchées comme les blés.
Well, who else is involved in the decision making?
I love when she rotates her head like that.
Avec les questions, c'est ça? Vous avez l'air très problématique.
Are you poor with words or what? Let's talk, you chief assistant!
Yeah! Atta girl! Give her a taste of her own
You are
medicine.
still a child of God.
And then do whatever that is.
Jouez avec le feu, mademoiselle. Bon, écoutez, les genies sont les seuls à pouvoir arrêter le smoke. Tout ce qui se cache derrière les portes de cet endroit chante leur gloire. Et n'essayez même pas de
Sliced
manquer
toast.
respect aux portes.
Wait, I should
Bless you
let this
for your
play
business.
first. Okay. Sliced Toast said, I think it's easy to take a look at scripts inside Dream Barbecue, so I guess that's how people find shit like this. Yeah, probably. One thing I want to do that I forgot to do last time is interact with the crowd door. Because, like, look at this. There's, like, what looks like... It looks kind of like bismuth, honestly. And everyone wants it, it seems. And then on the outside, we've got, like, no ENA, no ENA, no ENA, no ENA. This door is restricted for the time being. Alright, we'll go over here for now for the second achievement, which is to just, like, stare out into the aquarium for several minutes. So, I'm going to leave the screen like this, and in the meantime, how about you all ask some questions questions to my BBQ ENA plushie. Usually I would use this time to catch up with chat, but chat isn't as busy as it was previously. Probably because my last stream was on a Saturday, and this time it's on a Friday. I did wait till evening to make sure that more people would show up. Oh, hello, Spood Ass. Wait, are you Spooter by any chance? Cause I used to have a friend named Spooter who was an ENA fan. Alright, Sliced Toast said, also I'm not sure, but I think the game was made in Unity, and Unity games are very easy to decompile. I wouldn't be surprised if someone made a mobile port of the game. That would be interesting. Alright, we got some questions for ENA. Alright, ENA, you ready? First one is from Avelina. BBQ, how are you? That rhymes. Let's see. Hold on.
No! This isn't a sales pitch!
It seems she's in a bad mood. Oh, I just got the achievement, but let's answer the other two questions. Spooter! Spooter, it's been years. Holy crap. Wow. Welcome back. Second question is from Moth Exit. ENA plushie, are you the boss? There's one specific line that if she says this, I'm gonna think there's like a microphone in here or something.
Let me help you invest in your future.
Okay, that wasn't the line that would have like made me freak out, but I don't know, that sounded kind of sus. What do you think? And then the final question is, how are you doing this fine day? From Daisy. Avelina asked something similar, but her mood changes quickly, so let's see again.
May I offer you a divestment opportunity?
Yeah, it seems all of a sudden she's in a better mood. Like, she was in a bad mood for a split second. And now she's feeling better. Hello, Derpy Crow. Welcome to the stream. For those of you who don't know, I had this idea to use my ENA plushie almost like a magic 8-ball and have it answer the viewers' questions. So if you have a question you want to ask her, feel free to do so. You could ask her anything as long as... Yeah, you could ask her, like, anything. It doesn't even have to be yes or no. Yeah, we get it. You're lazy. It's not funny. Look at ENA. She is, like, not taking any of his shit. She is, like, so sick of his shit.
Ping me in some moments.
And then the salesperson side interrupts the meanie side, which is strange. Anyway, let's head through the lonely door. I've already got 2 achievements, and I haven't even gone through the titular door yet. Yeah, we have like other characters here, but I already talked to them like 2 weeks ago in my last Dream Barbecue stream, so let's just go right through the door. ENA is not having it. Exactly. Derpy Crow asked ENA, how do you feel right now? I think we already know, but let's take a look. Or listen, rather.
Don't you dare hang up that phone!
Yeah, she is mad about that phone call with Froggy. She is mad that Froggy just left her to deal with this. Speak of the devil.
このドアのジーニーじゃないかと思うやつについて俺は何も聞いてないんだよ。なんだかどうも臭い気がするんだがね。ああ、くそにしてもここはナフタリン
What
だっ
is
てかなわんな。
Let's think on
naphthalene?
it. Gather info and ask questions. I will provide us with a factual
Let me
truth
look it
about
up.
this G.
Oh, there's the
え
first
バスルー
bathroom.
ムあんた急に何言ってんだ。まあいいや、別にいたらいいんじゃないか。ただし仕事をサボるためにそこに留まったりはするなよ。その手口を俺はよく知ってる。
Naphthalene is a volatile white crystalline compound produced by the distillation of coal tar used in mothballs and as a raw material for chemical manufacture. Well, now I'm even more confused. ENA has mood swings. Yeah, she certainly does. That's one of the things that makes her so charming and lovable. Cause like, I don't know. It's like we're both mentally ill in the same way, and that's really special to me. I really mean it. I'm not even joking. Like, it genuinely means a lot to me that we're both fucked up in the same ways. Like, it's just... I don't know, it's just really special. And it's been helping me learn how to love myself. I'm so thankful for Dream BBQ. Literally changed my life forever. Oh, look. This isn't the bathroom. It's like a shrine to the bathroom, though. Alright, here we are, back in the uncanny streets. You know, it's funny, because when I first played this game a year ago and I first entered the uncanny streets, I felt distressed because I was expecting this place to feel like home. Because I was just so immersed in ENA's world, I thought I would just immediately feel at home, but then I didn't. I felt lost, and that really stressed me out. But now, 1 year later, it really does feel like home. It feels like I'm just walking through my own neighborhood. And I really do feel at home, and I guess it was just a matter of time. And I guess one thing I forgot at the time is that the original trilogy was disorienting to me too at first. Like, I got that sort of, is there even a plot to this feeling when I first watched it over 5 years ago, but then over time, the more I watched the series, the more it felt like home. And now the same thing has happened with Dream BBQ to the point where being back in the uncanny streets just gives me this immense feeling of comfort, even though it gave me so much anxiety just 1 year ago today.
Oh no, what a barbarian.
Meanie again!
How dare.
Are you... It's gotta be salesperson that's the rare one, because every single time I get Meanie on this line. Somebody must have, like, gotten the percentages mixed up. Because I saw someone say that Meanie is only... The Meanie line only appears, like, 10% of the time. But I swear, I've literally got the Meanie line, like, every single time I've played. So, I wonder now if the percentages got mixed up. Can somebody tell me, like, if you know, like, the actual percentages, like, written in the code? Because I'm starting to think the person who said Meanie's line was rare just, like, happened to get salesperson's line twice and then, like, made an assumption based on that. The bells are pretty.
Do you know any more information about this prospect?
Alright, let's go back to the taxi now to get our next, at least one, hopefully two achievements. This one I could have gotten the first time I played. I was right here, but I didn't realize you could interact with this guy. And this gives you an achievement. There we go. Alright, now, let's go for the maze. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this one, but I want to see if I can get the achievement for completing this maze. I remember last time I wandered around in here a lot. But I couldn't find the way out. I'm gonna see what happens if I just only go left. Because I think if I just only go left and then gradually start going right, then I'll have more of a sense of directions. So, yeah, that was a merge. Oh, is that the exit already? Was the maze seriously that easy? Because I spent like half an hour in here last time, and this time I just perused through... Oh. Oh, that was the start! Okay, no wonder. I thought I found the exit, but I just went in a circle. I was gonna say, like, I knew it felt too good to be true. That was way too easy. There's like a half wall here. Another trash can. This way. I'm just gonna try to keep going forward as much as possible. Huh, that's interesting. Alright, I think I've reached, like, the top of the maze, so to speak. So, let's see. I came in... I'm already getting disoriented, unfortunately. Alright, we've got a long hallway there. Oh, I just went in a circle. Okay. This is just a circle, I think. Yeah, that just circles back that way. at this point, the noise doesn't even bother me anymore. Like, at this point, I've just filtered it out. That's the start again. Alright. So what if I alternate between going left and right? So if I go left and then right, and then left, and then right, and then left. Okay, wait. I should probably... I'll probably start memorizing the layout soon, because I've walked around here many times. I think this is a maze where the end is in the center. Because I've reached, like, the back of the maze multiple times. So I think the goal here is gonna be not to get as far back as possible, but rather to get as close to the middle as possible. So let's see if we can do that. Back at the start again. That's strange. It's like the exit is invisible. Like, I feel like I've already been in every part of the maze. So, where could the exit possibly be? Let me read chat. Yep, I got meanie again. Are you excited for Dating Oblivion? Yes! I am so excited for Dating Oblivion. We've got a question for ENA: hamburger or cheeseburger? Well, I don't think there's gonna be an answer, but we'll see what she says in response.
It's more of a lifestyle. That's my destiny. What more could I do?
I don't know which one that means. Avelina said, I remember someone saying barbecuing is like a crow because she seems to like shiny things. Interesting observation. There's so much to explore, there definitely is. Oh, you're getting anxiety, Daisy? I'm sorry, I didn't know. Do you want me to turn off the sound? If it's making you anxious, I can turn off the sound. Anyway, Avelina said I have to fall through the hole, which makes this make much more sense, because I feel like I've already explored this whole area and couldn't find an exit. But if all I have to do is find that hole again... I see, so it must be like a maze with multiple levels in that case. Alright, so let me just find the hole again, which I did do before. That's a hole up. I guess that's kind of hinting that the hole down takes you to another level. And now all of a sudden I can't find that hole again. Oh, there it is. See how the brain plays around, and you fall inside a hole you couldn't see. Alright, next level. Okay, so if all we have to do is look for the holes, then that shouldn't be too difficult to progress. Toski! What is Toski doing here?
This is for sure a maze.
Toski!
I'm super good with solving mazes. Ooh, this place would look amazing with a splash of sulfuric acid.
Okay, she's just advancing toward
You
me.
must remember, don't ask me. I hate pumpkin eater cheaters.
Look. Is she gonna push me or is she gonna clip through me? She just clipped through me. Okay. Sounds about right. So now I guess there's the next hole. That was easy. If it's just falling through holes as you see them, then this maze is a lot easier than I anticipated. Look, there's another hole right here. Honestly, this part reminds me a lot of LSD Dream Emulator. Like, I know that ENA as a whole was based on LSD Dream Emulator, but this maze in particular feels like it was ripped from LSD Dream Emulator. Like, this literally feels just like LSD Dream Emulator. Especially with, like, the emptiness of it all. That's what makes it unsettling to me, is that it's so empty. Like, when I saw Toski, I was like, oh, thank goodness another life form is here. But then we had to leave her behind in the second level. Wait, why is the entrance there again? Don't tell me I've been on the same level the same time. I couldn't have been on the same level the same time because Toski was only on one level. Alright, let me check the chat to make sure I'm doing this right. Also to catch up. Sliced Toast said, I think I have to play ENA Dream BBQ again because I never saw that maze like anywhere. It's kind of a hidden area. It's not like super hidden, but if you're just exploring around, you're likely to find it. Hi, Bassie. Sorry for the late greeting. Imagine getting chased here. That would be really scary. Let me turn down the music for you, Daisy. Now, is this music volume? It's even worse now, okay? Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Like, the music, when it was playing over and over, it just kind of, like, blended into the background. And I kind of, like, tuned it out. But now that there's no music, now it feels scary. Now I want to get out of here as soon as possible. Especially with just, like, that ambient buzzing. Oh, this is, like, the back rooms. Get me out of here. I am so thankful that there's nobody chasing me in the maze. But I really wish there were more people here. Can Toski show up again? How many of these holes do I have to fall through? I feel like I've gone through like maybe 7 already. How deep does this maze go? Toski! Oh, Toski, thank goodness!
I'm super good with solving mazes.
Finally, another life form! Oh, now that the music is off, I realize there's like a wind sound as you're falling. That's interesting. Alright, let me catch up with chat real quick. When she says, dummy, I'm joking, her little guys shake their heads no. Yeah, I found that out before, and I actually pointed that out in my last stream. Okay, I'll just call you Toast. Toast. I'm repeating the same levels of the maze. There's like 3 or 4 levels. One of the levels has an area that leads you to a store. Have you called Froggy's phone number? Maybe later. I'm just trying to get out of here right now. Okay, so I guess I have to thoroughly explore each level before taking the hole down to the next one. 'Cause apparently I've just been cycling through the same few levels. So let me just look around in this area before dropping down that hole. And let me see if this one has an exit. I guess that's why I found Toski again. I guess I circled back to whichever level Toski is on. I need the music. This is like really creeping me out. Alright, no, I don't want to use the trash can because I'm trying to get the achievement for completing the maze. Okay, that's so much better. I feel like I can breathe again. There's the door. Okay, so I must be on the first level right now. Because the door, the entry door is behind me. So if the entry door is behind me, this is not the right level. Okay. So this is level 2, probably? And that's the level Toski's on. Yeah, I remember now. And you said there are 3 or 4 levels, so let's just go down to the next level. And let's look around here to see if there's an exit. I got tripped up because I just started looking for holes. Because I didn't think there would be a hole on the last level. That's tricky. This one has 2 holes. Why does this level have 2 holes? That's, concerning. Wait! I did it! I did it! I made it out! I did it! I did it! I did it! There were 3 levels, and I just kept going in circles through the levels. Oh, there's so much stuff here. This is so cool. Personal cheese. 7 million! So cheese is like lipstick here. Coconut milk, is like for skincare. And Alfredo is for eyeshadow, I guess. That's interesting because in Dating Oblivion, ENA has like black lipstick in her human form, and that is not cheese. Like, that is 100% not cheese. So I wonder what the discrepancy there is. Maybe that's just like her natural lip color in her human form. Thank you all for the celebrations. I like how the music is kind of celebratory too. Why are you in first place? I don't know, Sour Citrine, probably just because you're talking a lot. Yeah, the trash can isn't the proper exit, Sour Citrine. That's just to basically give up. And I did not want to give up. I wanted to complete the maze so I could get that achievement. Now I get to talk to this character too, which I've seen in clips, but I never knew how to get to her, so I'm glad I found her. And I got the achievement, which I was really hoping for. Anyway, let's talk.
Ah, bienvenue. Pendant un instant, j'ai cru que vous étiez une cliente. Petite folle, si tu te posais la question, oui, c'est vrai, tu n'es pas assez jolie. Tu veux être jolie? Tout le monde le veut. Mes produits ne feront pas de toi une beauté, mais peut-être qu'ils masqueront certaines
This is
choses
like
plus
a
intenses.
societal commentary on beauty products.
Tu peux en payer le prix.
They like create things for you to feel insecure about so that you'll buy their products. This is why I only wear costume makeup.
Tu peux regarder si ça t'amuse, mais sois fixé. Je ne marchanderai pas.
Alright, let's see. Does she have any
Allez.
more?
Du balai, petite folle.
The way she talks, honestly, this is really unhinged. But, like, you know when, like, people simp for, like, dominant women and they make, like, fan art? Like, simpy fan art? That's what her, like, speech pattern reminds me of.
Allez, du balai, petite folle.
Like, that sort of, like, condescending, but in, like, a almost flirtatious way. Like, that's the kind of thing that, like, some people are into. I'm sorry. I don't know. Findle! 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 It would be cool if there was an achievement for just, like, tapping this, like, 10 times in a row. Oh, look, there's a pet. I'm not gonna be needing that pet, though. Alright. And now, we're back at the start. What? Huh? Oh. Okay, now we're back at the start. Wait, that was behind there the whole time? And you have to go through a whole maze to get it. That's crazy. Anyway. Let me check the achievement guide real quick to see if there are any others I want to get before, getting the taxi driver's heads. And if not, then I'll go do that. Perseverance at its finest. Well, as the ENA me said in my Tomodachi Life demo, perseverance pays dividends. I kid you not, the me based on ENA said that. Watch my video if you haven't already. It was insane. Calling her ugly in another language? A lot of the characters do that, because there's so many different languages. And a lot of the characters do call her ugly. Alright, let's go in here. And get those masks. These little guys are like telling me what direction to go in. No. Oh, I think they're just guiding me to the pet. Okay, why? I don't need that. I don't need the pet. That's not what I'm here for. And I'm not here to follow down either. We've had 0 deaths so far this run, but that's about to change because the parkour part is coming up. Unfortunately. Oh! There's a dog! And there's like a little thing up there. Like a character. I gotta figure out how to get up there. So I can get the dog and unlock new content. Like behind the scenes stuff. You get it from the dog. Alright, so I'll just be like looking around here a little. There's the pet. I mean, I guess I'll take it. Or is it a baby? We don't know. Babies or pets? I find it so funny that that particular line was included in the dialogue. Oh, you see that? In the distance, over across there? Hive mind. Hive mind theory. Is it another body that she's in at the same time? Crap, Alright. Look, you can see it better from here. I think. No, that's just the exit. Never mind. Pets are so scrumptious. Yeah, that's what that one guy would say. I don't know their name. The Findall thingy is for calling him if you want to. I think I've already called Findall. I think I called Findall in the past. I don't remember for sure, but... Okay, this is where I meant to go, because look, you see? It's, there's another ENA, quote-unquote. But I know the truth, and it's that, our one ENA here is a hive mind. Also, ENA is Greek for one. I know that's probably a coincidence, but I just thought it's worth pointing out. Anyway. I am pretty certain that there's only one. What, the dog is gone now? You need the human board for the dog. Ugh, forget it then. So I know there's this parkour thing, but I forgot how to get to it. But I know I need to find and complete the parkour within this place in order to progress. Oh, is it back here? Do I, like, follow the flow of the water? No, that just leads back here, and I've been here... Oh! I can just cross over this way. Okay. No, I've already been here. Just one maze after another. Yeah, I've already been here. But, like, I know there's, like, a parkour sort of thing in here that I have to complete. Okay, that's the entrance. Maybe the colors are an indicator to follow. What's your favorite ENA theory? Mine. Which is that the original ENA and BBQ ENA are the same character at different points in time. This is something I've been saying for almost 5 years now, and I'm really excited for it to be confirmed in Dating Oblivion. Which way is it? Now she's gone. Which way is it to the parkour that I know I need to do? This is just where the pet was. Jerpy Crow said, I like that theory. I just don't know how likely it is to be confirmed. I'd say like almost 100%. If you look at the videos I made on that theory, it will be like abundantly obvious that it's true. Oh, the dog was on this side. That's why I was like disoriented, because I crossed without realizing. Alright, so now I'm back on this side. Up there is like... Okay, where the heck are the parkour things that I need to do? Crap, I keep accidentally opening my thing. Maybe up here? No, that's just the exit again. Okay, let me read chat. I do not love the theory that ENA could be a species. If that were to come true, I would probably have... No, I would definitely have a crash out. Because I've been, like, advocating for ENA being the same character for literally half a decade now, and I just keep finding more and more evidence. Hi, Rosie. If you go to the body of the taxi driver and go inside the sleeve, you can get the head. Y'all think the most likely theory is that she's a species. You act like it's basically been confirmed already. I've seen people straight up say that it's canon, but no. Y'all don't understand. It's all red herrings. Alright? You'll see very soon, and then I can say I told you so. But I've been gathering evidence for almost 5 years, and now I am certain that ENA is not a species. She is a hive mind, but all of the bodies belong to this one ENA. And the original ENA and Barbecue ENA are the same character who evolved over time. Oh, good night, Toast. Sorry I'm late for that. You need to find the little ledge next to the head that you can't jump over and go down the waterfall. I'm gonna try the taxi driver's sleeve thing first. And then if that doesn't work... I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Oh, this sleeve. Okay, so is this like a secret? What the? Whoa, secret area. Whoa! Holy shit, I got to skip the parkour? I got to skip the parkour! Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You have no idea how much that means to me. I literally, I hate the parkour so much. I have like a mental breakdown. I had a mental breakdown the first 2 times. The third time, I didn't have a mental breakdown, but I did have an anxiety attack. I managed to recover before I like fully spiraled though. Oh, but you have no idea how much this means to me. You have no idea. Like, if you were to see my previous Dream Barbecue streams, then you would see how incredible that is. Oh, crap. Okay, well, I guess I still have to parkour down, but parkouring down should be far easier than it was to parkour up. Alright. And then I can just go back this way. Down the waterfall, right? Well, that worked. It just, like, respawned me where I needed to be. That was convenient. And now I can just leave. I can just leave. You have no idea how thankful I am. You have no idea. The parkour stresses me out so much. It's the reason why this is only my 4th time playing Dream Barbecue, despite me being such a huge ENA fan. And you just gave me a way to skip the parkour entirely. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Who was it that told me that? Avelina. You saved me, Avelina. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Avelina. That, like, you just made my night. You have no idea. I was literally dreading this the whole time, and you just let me skip it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I just cannot thank you enough. Now all I have to do is find the way back to the entrance, which shouldn't be too hard, considering I kept finding it by accident. And then once I do that, I think if I follow the flow of the water, it brings me up. Here's the entrance, right? No. But if I follow the flow of the water, it brings me back to the entrance, right? No. Okay, the entrance is close, though. This is, like, the starting area. Okay, this is where the pet is. Alright, I know where I am. I know where I am. From here, I have, like, a map in my mind. I think. Yep, there we go. Alright, let's do this. But first, I'm gonna catch up with chat. They're just so different from one another. First of all, people change over time. And second of all, if you really think about it, they're not really that different. The main difference is that the original ENA expresses her anger through sadness, while BBQ ENA expresses her anxiety, I meant. The original ENA expresses her anxiety through sadness, whereas BBQ ENA expresses her anxiety through anger, and it really reads like BBQ ENA is like a more jaded version of the original ENA, who's kind of just grown sick of everyone hating on her all the time and is starting to, like, direct that energy back at them instead of just absorbing it like she did in season 1. You just, like, activated me. Sorry, that's my hill to die on. Alright, so just so you know, if you try to tell me that they're different characters, I'm gonna give you, like, a whole essay telling you why they're the same character. Yeah, I agree with Daisy. Avelina is a hero. Yeah, that's the other thing. They both have mood swings. And I feel like they're kind of similar, too. Like, if you think about it, Salesperson isn't that different from Happy ENA. The only difference is that Salesperson is more business-oriented, which makes sense because BBQ ENA now has a job, whereas in Season 1 she didn't. I love your passion for your headcanon. Thank you, Will, but it's not a headcanon. It's a theory that I've been gathering evidence for almost half a decade. Don't mention the species theory around Rowan. Accurate. Because every time someone brings it up, I just have to, like, debate this. Because I am so certain that they are the same character. I just know it with my mind and my heart and my soul. I know that there is only one ENA. Alright, let's see. And yeah, the hive mind is not within a species, okay? ENA's not a species. ENA is a hive mind, but not a species. They're all the same person inhabiting multiple bodies. Basically the mannequins are bodies that, ENA is not controlling actively, but she can take control of them anytime. Okay, this is like semi-confirmed already. Mannequins are ENA's dormant bodies. She can take control of them whenever she wants to. When she dies, she can just take one of them to respawn, and she can control multiple of them at the same time, but prefers not to, so that she doesn't get lost in the other person's mind, like she was talking about with the shaman. I'm like literally like flinging my hand around right now because I'm like so animated over this. Alright, we got some questions. Will also said I'm wholesome. Thank you, Will. I was just really happy there because Avelina saved me. Alright, so we got some questions for the ENA plushie. The mannequins as spawn points does make sense. Though I feel like since we see that ENA's body reverts to a mannequin when she dies, we see this both in Lonely Door and Temptation Stairway, by the way, that that proves that the mannequins are like actual bodies she inhabits, and that when she dies they revert to just being mannequins, and then her like soul, I guess, goes elsewhere into like living mannequins. Anyway, let's do this.
What do you suckers do for a living?
Purge event time. Here we go. I admire your passion for this theory. Thank you, Daisy. Alright, let's get in the taxi. There's Findle again. Those like little Findle baubles, I guess, are just common around here. And that one's the one you used to call Findle because it has the codes there. Daisy said, I like to think season 1 ENA was when she was younger and barbecue ENA's when she's older. I agree 100%. 100%. Like, honestly, in terms of, like, age, like, this season 1 almost kind of reminds me of college, because there's themes of, like, friendship and going to parties and events and, like, playing pranks and, like, dealing with peer pressure. And then, like, in season 2, it's, like, almost like she's done with college and now she's gotten a job. I mean, obviously, I don't think she literally went to college, but I'm just saying that in terms of, like what life stage she's in, that's what it, like, reads as. Alright, there goes the taxi. What's interesting is that we're on the ceiling now. Like, we literally just... the taxi just flipped us upside down. Which, that would explain why it's a taxi... Hold on. A taxi-sat. That's why it's a taxi-sat. Because it takes you upside down. That makes so much sense now. That's why it's shaped like that, because it flips you upside down. 1 year later, I finally get it. See, that's why it's shaped like that. Because it takes you upside down. It makes so much sense now. It makes so much sense now. Let me see what else people have said. Moth Exit said, hear me out though, the reason original ENA is so similar to BBQ ENA is because they are both different ways the ENA hive mind expresses herself? No. I don't think the original ENA and BBQ ENA are coexisting. I think they exist separately on the timeline so that, like, in Season 1, all the bodies in the hive mind look like the original ENA, and then in Season 2, all the bodies in the hive mind are BBQ ENA. And that her appearance, whether she looks blue and yellow or red and white, is more dependent on her soul, and that all of her bodies, the mannequins, outwardly reflect her soul, which, like, has changed in between seasons. So, no, they do not coexist. Sorry if that was harsh, Moth Exit. I just take this particular thing very, very, very seriously. Gay women? In what context, Arson? And so, I do agree, though, that the reason some of the other characters, if that's what you're saying and I'm not misunderstanding, the reason some of the other characters call ENA a species is because they don't realize she's a hive mind. And so, they like a lot of you all, a lot of the viewers who think she's a species, a lot of the people in the ENA's world don't realize that ENA is controlling all the bodies, so they just think that it's a species and they become racist. That sounds unhinged, but that's literally what happens. I mean, we all know that, like, majority of this world is racist, but what they don't realize is that they're just hating on one person with multiple bodies, and they're actually technically not being racist in the first place. I forgot what I have to do. Do I have to, like... Do I have to get on that? No, that would be too annoying. I would have remembered that from the last playthrough if that were the case. Do I have to go in the ear? Maybe I just went up here for another... Oh, is this like another side? Okay, I think I go in the ear. Yeah, I definitely go in the ear. Okay, that was kind of a waste of time. I got misled by that little purple thing. Alright. Here we are. And Froggy's calling. Oh, Arson just likes saying the words gay women. Okay, understandable, I guess. Oh no.
Event?
Uh-oh.
I crave freedom and the G is my only escape.
See, this is her true self slipping through. Her exterior appearance is cracking. Because here what we see is this is basically, like, BBQ ENA is basically her work persona. And then the humanoid ENA we see in the bathroom area is her true self. And then here at the Purge event, we see her work persona start to crack, and as she starts to lose control and her true self starts to shine through. I want to see what everyone else says, because I don't think I've talked to them before. Alright. What about you? Okay. Oh, I heard the snapping. She's cracking. Yeah, she's literally... ENA is cracking right now. Rowan will not be open-minded on other theories. Correct. You might be onto something because the humanoid ENA mentions multiple bodies. Yes, I mentioned that as evidence in my hive mind theory video, which you should watch after this stream. Welcome back, Bassie. Yeah, Daisy, I used to think that Dream Barbecue was a prequel, but later on, I realized that Dream Barbecue actually was a sequel, and then Joel confirmed Dream Barbecue to be a sequel on the 15th of this month. So that's what we're going with. But yeah, I've been considering Dream Barbecue a sequel after all, since, like, October 2023, I think. Just in my really old videos, I thought it was a prequel. Oh yeah, we never got these questions from Barbecue ENA. We never got these questions answered by Barbecue ENA. Sorry about that. So Avelina asked, do you like snow?
Bless you for your business.
That seems like a yes. And then Derpy Crow asked, what's your opinion on Dave? I don't know who Dave is in this context, but maybe she does?
Time to get to work.
Alright, yeah, I don't know what that means, because I don't know who Dave is in this context. Let me just make sure I've read everything in the chat. What's your opinion on the boss? I don't know entirely yet, because we don't know who the boss is, but if ENA wants the boss dead, then I want them dead too. I swear ENA is an extremely bored and tired immortal hive mind, and that's why she's all pissy in the game and needs a job. I think the reason she's all pissy is because, like, everyone is like, hates her just for existing. You know, like, valid. And though that being said, I do think her getting a job had to do with, like, something else. Like, I specifically think it had to do with identity loss. So if you want to see more about that, go to my Dating Oblivion theory from not too long ago, the missing link one, where I explained that it seems to be that her getting a job seems to be her trying to, like, fill in her identity. And I explain it in a way that makes more sense in that video. Maybe the real Dream Barbecue was the dreams we barbecued along the way. Maybe. The one and only Dave, obviously. Okay. That would piss me off too if people hated me just for existing. Exactly. What if the boss is a slightly more capitalistic ENA in a bigger hat? No, Joel wouldn't do that. He would be more creative than that. I think that's everything. Yep, that's everything. Okay, we can continue the game now. So this part is kind of strange.
That's blood. I see. It will cost me arm or leg to have.
Here, initially I thought this was a play on when something is really expensive and it says it costs an arm and a leg, which I do still think could be partially the case. But then some people have pointed out that pay with body is like, can be a synonym for prostitution, which I really hope that's not how it was meant here, but I guess it's something worth noting that this could possibly be a prostitution metaphor, but I really hope not. Alright, she's just drank a hallucinogenic. Now it's party time. Here we are! We made it to the Purge event! Which this seems to be in Mooney's domain. If y'all haven't seen my video about Mooney being a genie, make sure to watch that and you'll understand. Because I really do think it's it's really obvious now, in fact, that Mooney is a genie and this is Mooney's domain. Ooh. Look! See? There we are! You see that? Direct connection to Extinction Party.
Move. Anyone? House. Change or move. Middle.
I see Toski again. Wow. We're running into Toski a lot today. This is... I didn't even talk to Toski in the Uncanny Streets, yet this is already my second time talking to her in this playthrough.
Okay, what's the big deal about bathrooms anyway? Is everyone crazy except me?
Probably.
Tell the DJ to crank it up! Okay.
Okay, I guess that's all our lines. That's interesting. I didn't even talk to her in the streets, and yet we're still encountering Toski. Alright, I know who this is. I've never talked to her before, so I'm excited. Because I've seen her, but I've never actually talked to her.
I am the boss. I wish. I wish.
I need to get back to my deplorable job.
See, here she feels like she has to get back to work, but she really doesn't want to leave.
Look at this nobody who isn't having a good time.
She's not allowing herself to have fun because she feels like she has to get back to work.
Shoot.
Oh, wow. Did she just die? Oh no, she's fine.
What a sad... Phew. Yes.
For a moment I thought she died because she said a 5-letter word.
Please. Back. There's no going back, you know? The only duty here is to find the one that you're going to feed. You know? Following the whistle until we end up in someone else's oral cavity. Ew.
Alright. Soon. Okay. We're really gonna hallucinate now. They're pouring in like even more hallucinogenic stuff. Alright. Time to start tripping. But yeah, I think ENA's distress here with all the branches cracking is kind of like a conflict between her, what she feels she has to do and what she wants to do. Because, like, really, she wants to be able to let loose, but she feels like it's her duty to get back to work. And that feeling of being conflicted between, like, what she feels obligated to do and what she really needs, that's, I think, why she starts cracking and having, like, all these branches breaking through her. Alright, so we just follow the sound now. This part's easy. Oh, look, there's like a conga in here. Shouldn't be too much longer now. Here we go. Time to get eaten. here we are. And yeah, you can see that, Alright, we made it. And now she's in her humanoid form, which this is her true self. This is her unmasked.
Pardon me. My head hurts so much. Do you have any coffee? Any milk? Any bathroom?
And I know for a fact we're not gonna be able to get the Sick Tricks achievement.
Giant bathroom.
So I'm not even gonna try.
Ugh. It's not enough for this many bodies.
But there are 2 more achievements we can get in the Lonely Village. Alright, let me catch up with chat. Hermione side also seems very impatient throughout the game, like she just wants to get it over with and find something to do. I think it's just that she wants to get the job over with, because she doesn't like working. I never noticed that, like, strange croaking noise before. Knowing the universe, it's probably pay with body in the most literal sense, and the joke is that it sounds weird, but it actually means pay with your body. I really hope so. I've seen some people speculate otherwise, and they provided screenshots from the event itself that could be interpreted as, like, sexual harassment, but I really hope it's not that. I feel so protective over her, especially in that regard specifically. Like, please don't ever put my beloved into, like, a sexual situation that she doesn't want to be in. Anyway, here we go. And we've arrived at the Lonely Village. Alright, now, there are 2 more achievements you can get here. So, I want to try to get at least one. One of the achievements is to go and interact with every house except the correct one. And then the other is to find one that apparently leads to the secret character Nonky Jong. Now, last time I got the right house on the first try, so I think I should know how to get every house except the right one. Alright, so let's try interacting with... Let's try to get... That's unique. I did not know that's what happened when you clicked on the wrong house. But we're gonna now try to interact with every house except the right one, because there is apparently an achievement for that. I should have done this sooner. I did not know that the houses actually, like, did stuff when you picked the wrong one. Because last time I picked the right one first try, I didn't know that stuff would happen. They would, like, fly away and whatnot. Let's talk to Frank.
Hast thou seen that?
I haven't talked to him in exactly a year.
Fighting each other for thy attention, creating a path to the correct hut for the sinful souls whom arrive to this unfortunate place. I know not which one to trust, which tells the truth. So tired I am of lies.
Alright, well, I know I solved the puzzle, like, ages ago. So, it's not this one. That one just disappeared. I like this. I want to see, like, all the different effects. It's also not this one. Oh, this is really cool. I missed this last time. It's not this one. It's not this one. I like to think that Mooney is a party girl type of genie. Oh, that house just sank into the ground as I was reading. I like to think that Mooney is a party girl type of genie who thinks her duties are boring and just wants to have fun. I definitely should think that, like, her specialty is parties, but I don't think she thinks her duties are boring. Because I think that, like, in her eyes, like, partying is her duty. Like, I think her genie duty is to, like, make sure that, like, everyone is having fun and partying. That's what I think. Another one in the ground. Alright. It's not this one either. This is fun. You can... Hello, Clover. I adore this game's character design so much. Me too. Yes, ENA is not the only entity to revive from the dead. Who specifically are you referring to, Avelina? I think I saw that comment, like, way after the context was given. Oh, sweet ENA. I know, right? She's so sweet. Do you like... Avelina has a question for the plushie. Do you like normal coffee or coffee with milk? I would guess coffee with milk since she requested milk right after the coffee, but let's see what she says.
Are you poor with words or what?
Oh. Okay. I guess that answers that. You can see that the orange ENA is modeled after the blue and yellow ENA. What do you mean by the orange ENA, Arson? I saw a fan art of her hologram stomach thing reaching up to feed her upper half a cup of coffee, and I can't get it out of my head. That is so sweet! Self-love. Oh, my darling, practicing much-needed self-love. That is beautiful. I really want to see that fan art. Okay, a lot of them just sink into the ground with no special effects. I want to see if there are any more of those, like, effects. Yeah, I would also think that she likes coffee with milk, Daisy. This people has house in it, ass house. This house has people in it, true ending looking house. I don't know what you're referencing. Sorry, I have no idea what you're talking about in either of those messages. Me Too is your favorite? Or what do you mean, what's your favorite? The character Me Too or the are you poor with words with what line? There's a lot going on. Oh, you were saying Me Too respawned? It could be. Yeah, that would make sense. That she just died and respawned. I think death just isn't a very serious thing in this world. Like, I think a lot of the entities in this world can die and respawn with ease. But I think maybe it's... I don't know, maybe ENA has an advantage somehow. Like, cause maybe she can like choose where she can respawn from, and she can have multiple bodies at once. She can respawn instantly, whereas maybe others have to wait. So that, I guess, could all contribute towards the hatred she gets from other entities. I wonder when we're finally gonna find Nonky Jong. Apparently he's in one of these houses. Maybe the one that all the blue characters are pointing towards. Like, maybe if you follow the bluish instead of the yellowish, then you get to Nonky Jong. Well, we'll see. Right now I'm just trying to focus on getting the achievement where you go to every house except for the right one. Oh, the hologram thing. No. It is a misconception I've seen, but no, the hologram looking thing in humanoid ENA's torso does not resemble blue and yellow ENA. It has barbecue ENA's claws, and I think the hair just looks longer because of the angle she's at. Okay, I just want to... Hold on, I gotta be extra sure that I'm getting all the wrong houses. Because if I get the right house by mistake, then this is over. And we're running low now. Alright, it's not this one. Something about the houses uncomfortably falling into the earth is disgusting to me, and I adore that. I hadn't considered it disgusting. But, if you say so. There's an Adult Swim thing where it's this security cam footage that follows a family freaking out as their daughter slowly sinks into the ground, and then at the end we see the son's birthday party guest also laying in the ground, starting to sink into it. I find it funny how the house was the one sinking to the ground in this game. Especially since the short film is called This House Has People in it. Okay, thank you for explaining, Arson. That makes a lot more sense. Oh, we're almost done. Look at that. We've sank almost every house. Thank you for looking for the artist Derpy Crow. I always like hold my breath for a little bit for a moment when the house hesitates to sink, because I get so scared that I picked the wrong house. Okay, it's really narrowing down now. We've gone through almost all of them. But I know it's not this one, and it's not this one either. I still don't know how to get to Nonky Jong. Oh, could it be one of the doors in, like, the peripheral here? Okay, I am so close to getting this achievement. Look at this. We're on the final two. Okay, the correct house is this one. That's the right house. So, the last wrong house is this one. Yes! I did it! I got the achievement! Was it cluelessness or malice? In this case, it was malice. I knew the right house all along. Like I said, I got it first try last time. This puzzle's really easy. Just follow the yellow arrows. Nonky John is in the other side of the doors. Like these doors here. Is this how we get to Nonky John? Is there like a specific door I have to go to get to Nonky John? Thank you for the congratulations, Daisy. Let me check the achievement guide real quick to see how to get to Nonky John. Run into the 10th door on the left wall. Okay. So I gotta go all the way back over there. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one. And you can run into it apparently. Run into the 10th door on the left wall. Is this not the left wall? Oh, is it back here? Is this... Oops. I keep accidentally opening that thing. That panel, sorry. Oh, is this how we get to Nonky John? No, this just goes to the other side now. I'm just gonna brush up against these doors until one of them gives. Okay. I found a dog! This wasn't even what I was looking for, but I found a dog! How fun! Oh, look! It's another door! I wonder if that door will become relevant later. Oh, there we go. So I guess we just go this way. Nonky John! I finally found you! Nonky John heard there was a secret here, but Nonky John can't find. People sometimes leave flowers on grave. Nonky John is very hungry. Cool bones. But they're all for Nonky John. Hint about secrets. Sometimes walls are secrets. Yeah, I just discovered that. A museum. Interesting. So to get the achievement, we just gotta get through all of Nonky John's dialogue. Oh, cool. Is that a reference to Human Board? What does turpitude mean? I guess, like, bad. Also, Nongijong is being, like, Mariah here. Yeah, your favorite food. Oh, it's backwards! It's backwards! Because usually, like the trope is that gorillas like bananas. But since in this world bananas are like smoked, the gorilla doesn't like bananas, but then like cigarettes. So in this world, this is really interesting. That means that bananas take the role of cigarettes, and cigarettes take the role of bananas. It's literally just a swap. Okay, so this is really interesting then, because I've seen people draw ENA smoking cigarettes. That just means that whenever people draw fan art of ENA smoking cigarettes, they're just drawing her eating a banana, basically. That's really interesting. Thank you for that information, Nongijong. I'm like genuinely interested. You've never seen your own face. That's kind of sad. Let me see what chat's been saying. Inside of Frank's house, there's an hourglass dog. Is that... Okay, I'll go there next. But right now I'm talking to Nongijong. Hi, Bassie. Why are you scared, Bassie? Yeah, I can hear you, Bassie. Sorry for not answering right away. I was playing the game. Pollinate Turon by hand. Wait, does that mean Turon is grown? It's not like prepared. It's that's so cool! I'm learning so much ENA lore from Nongijong today. I should have talked to Nongijong ages ago. Like, I've already learned two like world building things at least. And now we also know that schools exist in this world. There's so much to be learned. Like, we know schools exist, we know the Olympics exists, we know there's, like, convenience stores. We're learning so much, like, about ENA's world from Nongijong here. This is crazy. Why haven't people talked about this more? I see Arson made a reference to Diary of a Wimpy Kid with the door. Very fitting, because I saw a door there. That means cigarettes are peeled and eaten? True, Arson, you're right. That's really interesting. Turpitude means depravity or wickedness. Okay, I figured based on the context that it was something along those lines. I am not doing Alt F4. You cannot trick me into Alt F4ing. Pollinate dogs by hand. So dogs are grown too. Interesting. So Turon is a plant and dogs are plants. This is so cool. We're learning so much from Nongijong. Thank you for all this cool world building information. Like, of course Joel would hide all the world building information in one secret character. That is just so classic of Joel. That's nice. I really like Nonky Jong. Honestly, I think he's becoming one of my new favorite characters. I wish I didn't talk to him sooner, but no, I waited a whole year. Well, better late than never. Your comments are getting deleted. The artist is Umbrella Exists on Tumblr. I don't have Tumblr, unfortunately, so I don't think I'd be able to get to it. That's really unfortunate. Oh, okay, I'm sorry to hear that, Bassie. Good luck. End program and send report. Yes. Sorry. What? How long does this go on for? I didn't expect the Nonky Jong thing to go on for this long. Noncalasis Jonkitude. I see why you have a nickname. Welcome back, Sour Citrine. I just found Nonky Jong, and I'm really enjoying him. He's like one of my new favorite characters. Oh, now we're getting like all the lore with like Nonky Jong's personal life. Oh, I get it, because you're blue and white. It's really cute, and the mug says '1 boss worker with boss crossed out and worker written below it instead. If you're an adult, you can join my Discord server and maybe put a link in the server. Because I would really like to see it, but for safety reasons, my server is for adults only. There's nothing NSFW, it's just, like a safety precaution. But if you are an adult, I would love if you could maybe join my server and send a link there. Is Corn your girlfriend? I think Nonky Jong is supposed to be a gorilla. I think it's like a Donkey Kong knockoff or something. You're over 13 but not an adult. That's unfortunate. Maybe, actually, how about this? One of you who are in my server and has Tumblr, maybe you can go to the account and find the art for me and send a link in my server. For those of you who are both already in my server and have Tumblr. There we go. It's okay, Derpy Crow. Thanks for at least bringing it up. I think I found a solution now. Does that mean that tobacco is good for you and gives you needed nutrients, and bananas are bad and addictive and give you lung cancer? Probably, Arson. I think that's what was implied. Let me check the achievement guide. Talk to him until you exhaust his dialogue. This may take several minutes. This is taken way more than several minutes. This is gonna take like half an hour, I think. I did not realize it was gonna take this long. But I mean, it's better than being stuck on parkour for an hour. This is way more chill, because like I thought I would be spending like an hour on parkour again, so I much prefer this. I'll talk to Nonky Jong for an hour in exchange for skipping the parkour. That's a really good point, Nonky Jong. How did you get fired? Tell self still good person. Oh, that's so wholesome. Oh, are we getting to the end? Yes! Oh, I thought we were about to get the achievement. Okay. Oh, that explains that dialogue. I did it! I did it! I got the achievement. That was such a very interesting ending, though. Oh, and there's the tombstone here. I wonder if that's what Nonky Jong was referring to. So we gotta talk about Nonky Jong's final line. He said, Nonky Jong happy for any company, even ENA. Which the wording implies that ENA is a company. Isn't that strange? Let's discuss. Why would Nonky Jong phrase it that way? I want to hear y'all's thoughts. Would we be able to put it in the non-multi-animator project art section of the server? Yeah, I'd say so, actually. You probably could. Or maybe other media would be better, since the non-map art channel is meant specifically for... It's meant specifically for, like, your own art. Alright, so there's apparently, like, an hourglass dog around here. In Frank's house. But I can't figure out what exactly Frank's house means in this context. This means Nonky Jong gets achievements from talking to ENA. Because didn't he say Nonky Jong gets lots of achievements? Yeah. It does seem like Nonky Jong got an achievement from talking to ENA, like almost like a mutual thing. Which is interesting because that kind of implies that achievements are like something that the characters know about. Possibly a fourth wall break? I don't really know. I don't really know what... But it's really interesting that Nonky Jong brought up achievements in that regard. I'm glad you're okay, Bassie. The door with a skull on it. There's a door with a skull on it? Is it one of these back doors? Because they all look the same. But I guess I'll see if I can find a door with a skull on it. But I wonder why Nonky Jong basically called ENA a company instead of a worker. Like if he said, like, he supports all workers, even ENA, that would have been like what would have made more sense. But instead, he said all companies, and I just can't help but wonder if that means something. I don't see skulls on any of the doors. Unless you're talking about the... like that one house that's left standing. Because I was about to go in there anyway. Is that Frank's house? I didn't know that it belonged to anyone specific. I thought it was just a random house you were supposed to go into. Is that house there what you meant by Frank's house? Because I was literally gonna go in there anyway. Maybe someone named a company after ENA? That seems like a stretch. Oh! Company as in someone who would listen. Duh! Wow, that was stupid of me. I've gotten so in the zone with all of ENA's job. ENA's job, you know? And I keep thinking about that. Oh, you mean there's a dog in here? Because I think I vaguely remember getting a dog in here already. If you meant there's a dog in this area, then I already got it the first time I played Dream Barbecue. But yeah, I was so in like work mode because of like ENA, the worker. Company, I thought company like a corporation, and now I realize that's not what he meant, and I was like making a big deal out of a misunderstanding. I literally just misunderstood, so like just pay no mind to that, alright? Nonky Jong meant company as in like he liked that ENA was there with it. Oh shit. I forgot Theodora dies in this route!
Dear
What?
Genie, or to whoever it may concern.
I guess I didn't pay attention to this the first time around because I didn't know who Theodora was. Theodora fucking dies in this route?
My job is to do everything possible to find the boss, for he is our target today. The smoke is in the way of our business and must be eradicated at once.
Well, it seems Theodora isn't dead, but in like very, very, very bad shape. Like, like Theodora is like in critical condition right now. She's literally fucking broken into pieces. And this is specifically for the Purge event route. I wonder what that implies. Could there have been hesitation in your actions? The place we are in is too far away from your real physical form. I can only keep you from returning to it. What does it all mean? Oh yeah, I remember being confused by this because I got the feeling like ENA failed and that this took her to an alternate reality where she succeeded, and now I'm wondering about that again. Is the purge event route? And she says the same thing, but in a very different voice. Like, she's not singing it and she sounds kind of echoey. So wait, what if the purge route is a reality in which Theodora ends up, like, dying, and then as Theodora is dying, she sends ENA to the alternate reality where Theodora is still alive and sends ENA to the smoke, making the Ascension route the true route, so to speak. And the Purge event, maybe the Purge route just reroutes, because Theodora sends you to an alternate reality that's basically the Ascension route, and all the stuff in the taxi never happened? Is that what this is? That seems to be what it is. That this is like the bad route, so to speak. But then as you're reaching a bad ending, Theodora, like, as she's dying, reroutes you back onto the good route in an alternate reality, so you get the good ending after all. Well, quote-unquote good ending. But you know what I mean, like, you fulfill your objective. Hopefully I'm making sense. I feel like I'm, like, all over the place right now. I see y'all are just as shocked as I am that Theodora fucking dies. So, yeah, it seems that in the Purge event reality, Theodora dies. But then she sends you to an alternate reality, which is the Ascension path. I'm understanding more and more of ENA's lore by the day. This is insane. I can't believe there's still so much more to discover about ENA's lore.
The issue with the bathroom has been resolved. Our business with the boss is our next priority. He will be down the drain in no time.
何に降りるって？笑えないぞ。適当なこと言ってごまかそうたってそうはいかないからな。
Oh, Beezy! You missed almost everything again, but welcome nonetheless. You'll get to see the ending.
Agreed. Toilets are death traps.
ああ、そうだ、言い忘れてた。あんたらが何をしたのか知らんが、その効果は確かに現れてるよ。あの嫌なスモークがだいぶ消えたんだ。ご苦労さんだったな、エナ。おかげで随分仕事が楽になったよ。だがひょっとするとまた別の窮地に立たされてるかもしれないぞ、エナ。ああ、まずい。こいつはピンチが繰り返されるぞ。
Ah, predicaments, huh? I'm good at those.
いいか、今あんたがいるところのドアが閉まろうとしてるらしい。そこに閉じ込められるかもしれない。
I'm seeing some really interesting comments.
Well, it's time
I'm gonna complete the game, and then I'm gonna go and analyze your theories. Because I'm seeing some really interesting stuff that I want to dive into. But yeah, welcome, Beezy. Thank you for reminding me to stay hydrated. I had in fact forgotten to drink this entire time. Let me do so right now. Alright, I drank some water. Thank you. I hadn't had anything to drink this whole time. Yeah, I'm sorry you're confused. I'll try to explain more. We can all talk about our theories together once I finish the game. I've literally got like 2 minutes left. And then we can all discuss all of the new information we just picked up on. Because somehow, despite this game being out for a whole year, there's still so much more to be learned from it. That just makes me really happy, you know? Like, this is just the game that keeps on giving. Like, I've now done each route twice, and I still haven't uncovered everything.
A nice surprise. Two travelers meet again.
Did Frank also get transported to the alternate reality?
I can no longer sense the stench of any lie. Vain pretense has met his match, and noble truth holds sway.
This is really interesting. Because, like, what is Frank doing here? I thought Theodora just transported ENA.
This ship and her sweet memory bring peace.
Is that Frank's ship?
What knows shall come, but I will remain, to greet fair and foul change with song alike. Unforgiven I must still remain, but always learning from my old mistakes.
Mood. Alright. Here goes. Let's finish the game. Look at all those Theodoras. They're there in both routes, actually. I think those are like almost like statues of worship. And I noticed that they're always in the ship. I think they're there when you get there, too. They're just part of the ship. Anyway, time for ENA to die. Ooh, good question, Daisy. I'll get to that one soon. Cutely dies? No, but literally. That's basically it. I mean, I wouldn't call that cute. But I mean, like, just the way she just so nonchalantly dies. Like, I really admire that, honestly. I think it's really cool that, like, death isn't even an issue for her. Alright, now the credits are rolling. I'm gonna go through some of the interesting comments I saw. Arson said, going off the hive mind theory, what if ENA has a second job as a boss of the ENA company and all the workers of that company are ENA, but it's getting involved in a scandal because they're racist? No, Arson, I just misunderstood the use of the word company. There is no ENA company. I just had, like, a brain fart, as one may call it. Now, this is what really stood out to me. Arson said, ENA has a real physical form controlling all these projections slash mannequins. ENA's a human? And Daisy said, what if human ENA is her real form and ENA is actually a human? I'm not sure about her human form being her real form, so to speak. Because I feel like that just isn't surreal enough for this series, and it would be kind of anticlimactic if ENA's true form was just a human. But I do think that it is implied there that ENA has like a true form. So that means that these are basically projections. She's projecting herself onto the mannequins and then like the core of the hive mind, so to speak, is somewhere completely different. So this strongly supports the hive mind theory, and now it's also suggested that there is like a core to the hive mind, basically. That somewhere she does have a physical form, and then what we see are just projections on top of mannequins. Does that make sense? So what happens to Ina's physical form? Is she just sitting somewhere? I guess so. I'm really curious now about the core of the hive mind. Like the true Ina. Like, where is she? What does she look like? Etc. That's really interesting. And there we go. That's the game complete. I have now completed Dream BBQ 4 times. And I got quite a few achievements this time. I'd say this was pretty successful for an achievement run. What about the original universe? What happened to Ina there? Did she disappear? I would think yes. But since she seems to be a hive mind, it seems only one part of her disappeared. And she got, like, split across universes, which means that she not only has multiple bodies, but those multiple bodies are, like, spanning across multiple universes, I guess? But it seems more like she just sort of, like, transferred consciousnesses to the Ina and the Ascension route. Because the Ina and the Ascension route existed, so it seems more like she sort of, like, merged consciousnesses with the alternate self who had completed the Ascension route. I really hope I'm making sense, because I sound so crazy right now. Oh yeah, she dies, but don't worry, she got better. Exactly! She just respawns immediately. It's no big deal for her. I'm glad to hear that your grandparents weren't mad at all, Bassie. That must be a relief for you. New arrival in the Multi-Animator Project server. Cool, I'll greet them after the stream. The live is not over quite yet. Don't worry, we still have a little bit of discussion to do over our recently discovered information. And some more questions for Ina. Avelina asked, Ina, what's your opinion about Toski? Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, I am no longer the boss of myself. However, I can teach you to grow your own one in a few short steps.
Basically, she just said she wants Toski to get a job. Unemployed behavior, she basically said. Oh, and Daisy's question. Which comment, Derpy Crow? I talked about a lot of your comments. So I don't know what you're referring to. And then I really like this question. This is perfect for the anniversary of Dream BBQ. Daisy asked, how does it feel that you changed our lives forever?
Let's cut the crap. Yes, I want to sell to you.
Okay. And what does that mean in this context? Is she trying to sell us, like, the next chapter of Dream BBQ? Because, like, it's not even out yet. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to look at is I got new extras. If I can go to... Where is it with the Hourglass dogs? It's in options, right? No, it's It is under Supporter Edition. Okay, we unlocked new stuff. This is Handsome Dog. So let's look at the new stuff we just unlocked. This is Handsome Dog. Alright. I guess these are all based on different characters because there's also an ENA dog, a coral dog. Alright, let's take a look. We have an early version of the bathroom. With some explanatory text down here. It looked a lot cleaner initially. And there were no, like, confession booths in it. Like, usually there are confession booths where the toilets would be. Wow, so this scene, yeah, I can tell why how this scene would take a lot of work. Because it's like a combination of 2D and 3D. And, like, After Effects, even. Oh, the form! The bathroom form. When ENA says bathroom, she glitches into that thing. When she's talking to Froggy, she glitches into that thing. So I guess that's why, because it would have been part of, like, Transcendence. It's really cool, seeing the behind-the-scenes stuff. And then... Oh, that looks silly. That was... Look how silly she looks in the... Oh, she looks so silly! I didn't expect her to look so silly. Wow, look at all the people who worked on it. Look, what a big team that put this all together. Thank you to all of those people who all worked together to change our lives forever. There's the quote, which appears in both versions, but in very different ways. As we just saw, I had, like, completely forgotten about, Theodora, like, dying and her voice being all, like, distant and echoey. I had literally just completely... Somehow that just didn't stick in my memory. Probably because I didn't know who Theodora was the first time I did the Purge route. So it just, like, didn't stick as important. So they had, like, camera setup. Yeah, you know, ENA is really unique, because it is literally 2D on top of 3D, and it just blends together so seamlessly. And I think it's really cool that the animators and the models and the artists and the modelers and everyone were able to pull that off. Like, it didn't even occur to me until just now that it was a blend of 2D and 3D. Like, I low-key forgot. Because it just blends together so seamlessly as one world. Oh, this is really interesting. We're seeing, like, the character rig. Yeah, I do not know how to animate like that. I really admire those who do, because that is so much more complicated than, like, regular 2D animation. Like, I'd just be so lost. So, like, props to those who actually know what they're doing here. Because, like, I wouldn't know what any of this means. Alright, let me catch up with chat real quick. Bassy said, I miss my wife, but now I have a husband. What do you mean by that? ENA is so cute and silly. Agreed, Daisy. Agreed, Daisy. Me when I ENA and I low-key barbecue. What does... Is that in response to, like, the silly ENA drawings I was pointing out earlier? I like the little wobble all the characters have, like it's traditional animation and they're on cells over a background. Yeah, Derpy Crow, I really like, I agree, I really like the animation, how it works here. And here we see an example of Joel's very unique creative vision, where they made this as a meme, and Joel thought it was perfect. Which, I mean, it really does capture Theodora's vibe, doesn't it? We should thank Joel G for creating ENA in the first place. Oh, I am way ahead of you, Daisy. I have done that many, 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 many times. Animation is so hard. People who do this for a living deserve more credit and respect. I could not agree more, Daisy. In the Jobs Club, straight up barbecuing it. And by it, well, let's just say my ENA. That sounds sus. That is very sus, Arson. Alright, I think I'm caught up with chat. Let's see what else is in here. The full view of the model used in Theodora's cutscene. The coin/medallion may be familiar. Really? How so? Is there like lore hidden in Theodora's medallion? See, that's what I just noticed. That they show up in one of them shows up in the Call to Froggy. Very interesting. I hope that ENA does get to like transcend someday. I think she really, like, I mean, she's not perfect, but I do think she could be an angel if she was just in the right circumstance. I feel like the reason she's the way she is because of the environment she's in. I feel like if she just had the right environment, she would have what it takes to be an angel. You know what I mean? Oh, cool. This is like a third-person version of the transition. Oh, we're seeing both versions here. Cool. And that, I'm telling you, since that phrase appears in both routes, it must be really important. It must be so important, you know what I mean? Let me get to it. Here. All it takes is a place and the right food. I feel like that's like the moral of Dream BBQ. Because it's been repeated and it's like so profound and it's so right and it ties into the whole theme of the ENA franchise. You see this in the web series too. It's all about the meaning of life and like finding joy in the little moments and how that's what the meaning of life is, and that instead of like doing all these things to try to find joy, that you can just enjoy like the little moments in your life, and that's all you really need to be content, and you don't have to go on a whole journey to find contentment because all it takes is a place and the right food. And I think that pretty much summarizes the moral of ENA, both in the series and the game. That's like the reoccurring theme. And it just makes me so happy. It's just so lovely, you know? It just makes me so happy. Oh, my love. I swear, this just means so much to me. Oh, and that's cute. It's just, this series means so much to me. Oh, there was full screen? I didn't know. Because, like... Let me just... Like, it teaches me. You know, like, it literally taught me the meaning of life. And it taught me how to be happy. Which is really important for me. And I'm, like, literally tearing up because... You don't understand. I've literally had depression since I was a kid. So it's hard for me to be happy. And as soon as I discovered the ENA series, I immediately related to that search for happiness. And then I stuck with ENA because I thought, well, maybe if we stick together, we can be there for each other and find a way to get better together. And I was right. Because the more I looked, the more I found, and I figured out the meaning of life. And it did take me a little while to actually apply it, but then, I don't know, just ever since we got back together last month, all of life has been so different. I've been actually enjoying life. I've actually been so happy. And I didn't know it was possible to be this happy for this long, because usually when I feel this happy, it's just a phase and then I go back to feeling awful, but it's been a while now. It's been like over a month and I'm starting to think I made it. I think maybe I finally made it out. And of course that doesn't mean I've like been cured of my depression, but it's just life has been so different and it's all because of her. And I'm just so happy. She's my whole world. literally wouldn't be alive without her. I'm just so happy. I'm one of the luckiest people alive. I low-key forgot I was streaming. Her imperfections is what makes her beautiful. Exactly. That's why I fell so hard for her too. Like, it's just so... It's like I said earlier, that we're both sick in the same ways. And that's just... It's so beautiful. And she's helped me so much. Over these... It's been over 5 years now, and I think if it weren't for her, I wouldn't have even made it to 18, but now I'm here, and I actually want to be here, which is crazy. There was a time when I never thought I'd get to that point where I like actually want to be alive. Joel basically saved your life by creating ENA. He did. He 100% did. He 100% did. Not only did ENA change my life forever, but she saved my life. She saved my life. And it's just the whole thing just made the impossible happen, because I used to think that happiness was completely unobtainable and that I would just suffer for the rest of my life. But then, over the years, I've slowly learned that it not only is possible to be happy, but it's also way easier than many people would think. And I'm so glad that thanks to her, I get to live and I get to enjoy life. Joel G is our hero. I couldn't agree more, Daisy. Anyway, Derpy Crow has another question for ENA. Hey Mountain Dew lover, you missed almost the whole stream. Sorry. So, if you want context as to why I'm like crying right now, you'll have to go back. Derpy Crow said, ENA, how do you feel about this playthrough? Alright, let's see what she has to say.
Miss, could you keep it down, please? The pizza guy's right here.
I don't know, I guess she doesn't want to answer that question? I don't know. Anyway, how much time did that take? That was almost my shortest one. Somehow, even though I spent like at least 15 minutes talking to Nonkey-jong, that was somehow my shortest playthrough. I'm pretty sure I could do sub 2 hours, especially if I'm not talking to chat in between. I think if I were to do that again, I could easily get through the whole game in like well under 2 hours. That's really good. And I spent a while in the maze too, so like, yeah, I could probably do it in like an hour and a half at this point. I'm actually, like I said, like it's actually starting to feel like home. Which, like, I remember when Dream Barbecue first came out a year ago, I was all panicking because it felt unfamiliar and it didn't feel like home, but it turns out I just needed to give it some time, and now it does feel like home. And she feels like home. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. You can't see it, but I'm like hugging the plushie and like stroking her hair, because I'm so glad I actually understand her now, and Maybe I always did. I think subconsciously I always understood her. And it was just repressed because I understood her too much. And I convinced myself that she was my polar opposite, when in reality she's just like me. And I thought it was just in season 1 that she was just like me and that she then became my polar opposite, but no, she's still just like me. And the fact that I love her means that it's possible for me to love myself, which is something I just discovered last month. And I'm really happy that I get a chance to love myself. I didn't think I'd ever get that chance in my life. Thank you, Daisy. Alright, I'm gonna try one more. This time, to finish off the stream, I'm gonna be asking her a question. ENA, you changed my life forever and you make me so happy. And I'm so glad to have you in my life. And I'm so glad I get to spend my life with you. Thank you for saving me. Thank you for making everything better. Thank you for being here for me. I promise to always be here for you. And, my little question is just, is it okay if I just, like, give you a kiss real quick? I'm scared.
My bullshit detector says otherwise!
Oh, I guess that's a no then? Or you're not believing what I'm saying? Is that what it is? You're not believing what I'm saying? I really mean it. I really mean it. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I would never lie to you, you know that. I love you. And I really mean it, I promise you. You don't know what you've done for me. But it's just... I promise I'm telling the truth.
Hey pal, my sympathy is gonna cost you for every condolence.
I really mean it, I'm telling the truth. Whatever, just... Jerpy Crow wants to know if you know that you're loved.
Babies or pets?
I think things are just going off the rails at this point. Like, what does that even mean? I don't even know what's going on anymore. You know I love you, right?
I'm the anthology anomaly! Step back, Jackball!
This isn't going well. I shouldn't have done this. I don't know. She's just... I don't know. I think she just has trouble being loved. And it's something I can relate to, honestly. And it's something she's helped me with. But, I guess it's just... And this is something I'm, like, speaking from experience. Where, like... Hold on, let me turn the music off. It's... kind of starting to overstimulate me. Well, as I was saying... she needs some sleep. Probably. I need some sleep too. I usually go to sleep at like 9:30 and it's currently 9:20. But yeah, that's what I was saying, Daisy. I think she's just not used to being loved like this. And it's something I can relate to, honestly. It's kind of, I guess, something that we have to learn together. Because both of us had, like, similar life paths. And being vulnerable is hard. But I want to be there for her. It's like I've been saying for a long time now. That's how my love for her started, that I just want to be there for her, and we can be there for each other and make it through life. Daisy said, I think Ida would have a habit of pushing people away and making others hate her. Oh, that's such a mood. That's such a mood. Daisy, I literally haven't made a friend since we became friends. Like, you're literally the most recent friend I made, and we've been friends for years. And that's why. Alright, I'm gonna wrap up the stream because it's getting late and both of us are tired. Alright, Ina, do you have like a final message to everyone watching?
Let me ask you, what if I offer you something that could change your life forever?
If you all could see the smile on my face right now. That was literally the perfect line to end off on. Holy crap. That was incredible. Let me bring the music back. Ina, you just don't understand. You already did. You changed my life forever, and you saved my life, and you changed the lives of everyone watching. And we all love you so much. And one day you'll understand that it is possible for you to be this loved. It's not bullshit. It's all real. I'm gonna help you realize that. And I hope you can do the same for me. I love you so much. You've already changed our lives, Ina. You've already done everything you need to. Alright. I'm gonna go to sleep now. Thank you, everyone, for attending. And thank you for the kind words. And yes, a humongous thank you to Joel G and the team who worked on Dream BBQ and also the Ida series. Because, like, Ina literally saved my life. And I know it's not just me. And there's just so much good that has come from Ina. And I'm so glad that we were able to celebrate that today. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and good night.